Okay, for number 69 here, you're asked to find the surface area and volume of a hexagonal pyramid with slant height 6 and base radius 4. So let's go ahead and get our formulas together. So our surface area of a pyramid is always going to be the area of the base. Well, our base is a hexagon, a regular hexagon. And so it's going to be the area of the base. And so we'll figure out how we want to find the area of that in a second. Plus 1/2 times the perimeter times the slant height. We know the slant height, but we're going to have to find the area of the base, and we're going to have to find the perimeter of the base. For the volume, our formula is always 1/3 times the area of the base. So once I calculate base here, I'll have it for this problem, times the height or the altitude of the triangle or the pyramid, which we're not given. So we got a lot that we're going to have to figure out as we do this problem. The first thing to look at is, let's just consider this base. And so it's a regular hexagon, and this is a great opportunity for us to review some things about regular hexagons. The first thing is, when you draw in all the diameters of our regular hexagon, if we remember, because one angle in a regular hexagon is 120 degrees, each of the angles are going to be 60. And so that's 60 and that's 60, this is 60 and this is 60. And so that means each of these triangles are equilateral triangles. And so if the radius is 4, then the side length is also 4. We can remember back to when we studied regular hexagons and equilateral triangles. The area of one of the equilateral triangles is side squared root 3 over 4. And so for this problem, the side squared is 4, or side is 4. And so that gets us that the area of our one of these 6 equilateral triangles is 4 root 3. And so we just multiply that by 6 to find the area of the regular hexagon. And so the area for these two problems of the regular hexagon just turns out to be 24 root 3. And so on both of these, we've made some really good progress by just remembering that. We also know the perimeter. So we can actually go through and finish our surface area. If one of our side length is 4, then the perimeter is going to be 24 because there's 6 sides. And then the slant height was given to you. The slant height is 6. So just to finish that one out for surface area, it's just going to be 24 root 3. 1/2 times 24 times 6 is 72. So our surface area is 24 root 3 plus 72. To finish the problem, we need to know the altitude, but we're not given the altitude. We're given the slant height. And so if we think about this pyramid, that would look something like this. The altitude goes from the vertex point of the pyramid down to the center of the base. The slant height, which we have as 6, goes from the vertex of the pyramid to the midpoint of one of the sides. And so this length right here is 6. And then this length is the apothem. And so it gives us this right triangle where you have altitude, the slant height is the hypotenuse of this right triangle. The apothem is one of the legs, and the height, which we want to know, is the other leg. Well, the apothem is just the apothem of the regular hexagon. So we come back over to our regular hexagon, recognizing, oh, this is nice because this is actually a 30, 60, 90 triangle where the short leg is 2 and the hypotenuse is 4. That means the long leg, or the apothem, is 2 times the square root of 3. So our apothem is 2 root 3. And so now we can do 2 root 3 squared plus h squared equals 6 squared. 2 root 3 squared is just 12. So that gives us h squared is 24. So h turns out to be the square root of 24, which is the same as 2 root 6. So we put 2 root 6 in here for our altitude. That's going to give us what? 48 times 1/3 is 16 times root 18. And so that's going to be 48 square root of 2. And so the volume of this is 48 square root of 2. Lots of really good things in here to remember. The formulas for your surface area and volume of a pyramid, the information about dealing with a regular hexagon, how do I calculate the altitude or lateral height of a triangle, of a pyramid given one or the other, remembering the 30, 60, 90 triangles, remembering the area of an equilateral triangle is side squared root 3 over 4.